You've probably felt that warm glow after giving to a charity online, until you see a headline exposing that most of the money went to executive salaries instead of the cause or the animals. The truth is, beyond those inspiring mission statements are hidden red flags that many people miss. In this video, we dive deep into real nonprofit filings, reveal shocking financial ratios, and give you a simple way to protect your money before you donate. Learn how to choose the right cause, avoid charity scams, and make sure your giving actually makes a difference. Don't let your kindness be taken advantage of. Watch now to give smarter. Illegitimate or fake nonprofits who don't have the pictures and the videos for their page, they will go to artificial intelligence and get the videos of horses being slaughtered, get the videos of the animal abuse issues, get the videos or whatever video they need for their fake nonprofit. They'll get it from AI and use it to con you and scam you to giving them money. Because now they have the videos and now they have the pictures and you don't know the difference and you don't do your due diligence to figure out if a rescue is a legitimate rescue. Because you're strolling on social media, your heartstrings are pulled, people use the word urgent, heartbroken, shocking, help me now. If there's a rescue someplace or if there's a fake nonprofit saying, help me now, the horses are going to die, help me now, these dogs are going to be euthanized, help me now, or I'm going to close. That is not a legitimate rescue. That is manipulation. They're manipulating you and pulling your heartstrings to say it's urgent. That's one of the red flags. Okay? So let's move in onto it. So, if you think I'm providing value, smash that subscribe button and let's get in on the red flags, shall we? So one of the red flags is the way they talk to you. Are they manipulating you? Urgent, urgent, shocking, shocking, heartbreaking, heartbreaking. You've been lied to, you've been lied to. Oh my gosh, look what's happening. And all that stuff is fake. Scammers know how to scam. Okay? Don't give in to them, okay? Take a couple days, actually take the whole month, and do not donate to anyone until you follow these. Okay? You online. Here's a rescue I've worked with. They're really, really good. You wouldn't notice from her followers that she's been doing the business and saving wolves and wolf dogs for 35 years. Because time to figure out who's rescue and who's not, like I do. You can comment if you want. It says, hey, can you please provide me your EIN number? I would like to make sure you're a legitimate nonprofit. And Stephanie might send you to her website where the EIN number is clearly stated. Or if you make sure you write down all the rescues that you're going to comment, because I think a comment is better asking her, but you don't technically need a EIN number to check unless you want to go that route. I always like to go that route, so this way anyone else is on that page and they see that comment, you say, oh yeah, I want to make sure they're a legitimate nonprofit too. Yeah, I like that comment. But all you have to do, you actually really should know the state that they're located, so you do your due diligence, and then you go to the IRS site. And once you're in the IRS site, it's really, really simple. Search by EIN, but if you don't want to go that route, you don't want to comment, you don't want to message them, you just go to the organization name and put the organization name right here and the state. You can even do all states if you want. I like to do all states if you want. Or I know that Stephanie's rescue, because I've been there, is in New Mexico, and then you only have to look at it. Pretty simple. But if you want to know about the taxes, it's saying, well, if you make less than $50,000, then you could just do a postcard, a 990N postcard, which is just telling the IRS, yes, I didn't make any money, I didn't make more than $50,000, so I'm just going to do a postcard. So for every single year that Stephanie's been rescuing over 30 years, she's only done a postcard. She's never received more than $50,000, and that is really sad because she does great work. Because when in the pandemic, my doctor suggested that to go someplace else that they had less people that had COVID. So I went up to the Pacific Northwest and I went to United and Light. They do elder draft horses, and I love draft horses. I love them. You have to decide as a donor if you want to donate to a nonprofit that 100% of the donations go to the nonprofit, or that the nonprofit's investing, using the money to invest, or using the money for salaries, like the ASPCA, the Humane Society, Charity Navigator. They're all using money for salaries and to invest your money into their nonprofit. Deborah, 2022. Even though she brought in $113,000, her expenses were $114,000, which means she was in the red for $1,600. And even though her assets, which is her land and her house, are $544,000, she can't sell her land or her house because then she won't have any place for the horses. So this is null for this rescue. That Deborah at United and Light in Montana is able to feed all her elder draft horses. Draft horses are the one horses that eat the most hay out of all the horses in the world. That's good. But she is a struggling, in my opinion, based on working with hundreds of rescues. She is a struggling at horse rescue. Okay? Social media page. I purposely do not put anything negative on my pages. Like this one I did about horse slaughter. And if I actually had dead horses or horses dangling, I would have gotten probably more views than I did, 125. I'm sure I would have. But I have a family-friendly channel, and I do never want to add to the negativity of the world. I really want my content to be as positive as possible, and I never want anybody to look at my thumbnails and maybe have a heart attack or have a nightmare. Okay? So, I don't do that. And a lot of people do. But you need to ask yourself some questions. Do I really want to donate my money to someone who's tricking me into watching a video just because the thumbnail is negative? No, I don't think you would. Also, you might want to ask some questions about other people out there that are supposed to be helping donors find nonprofits. First of all, donors really don't need help finding nonprofits because I just showed you a way to do it. So what happens? Charity Watch, Charity Navigator, all those places, they don't go to the nonprofit. They've never met the rescue. They don't work with animals. They don't work with rescues. They don't save animals. They don't do anything with any nonprofits. All they do is crunch numbers. That's it. And they take those numbers and judge the rescue based on those numbers. They go to the IRS site, which I just showed you, so you can do your own research. And they just crunch the numbers. So the best thing for you to do is stop giving money to those big nonprofits, ASPCA, Humane Society. They're pulling your heartstrings based on the commercials because they have the money that you're donating to them to have a commercial. Okay? ASPCA, like you saw, they bring in lots of money. So I suggest to you, after you do the research, all the nonprofits that you want to donate to, only go local. I know there's a nonprofit in your state. I know there's a nonprofit in your county. I know there's a nonprofit in your town. So go local, because the nonprofits in your county, in your town, in your state are in need of that money to help them with your community. I like to give locally to my community, and every 3 months I'm in a new community, so that helps. It takes me, when I travel from community to community, it takes me anywhere from 6 to 8 months to research all the nonprofits within that town or county I go to. Because I do a deep dive. I don't crunch numbers. For me, it's not about numbers. For me, it's about the people who are doing the nonprofit, and I do animal rescue. So it's about the first responders of animals in need. That's what I do, because I feel that there's so many nonprofits out there that are scamming people, but there's so many legitimate nonprofits out there that a lot of people don't donate because they're donating to the scams. Now you know how to find out who's scamming you, where your money's going to, and maybe stop sending it to them and start sending it to your local community. Because the nonprofits in your community are helping the community. And don't you want people to help your community? I know I want people to help my community. So take a beat when you Just take a beat, take 2 beats, take 20 beats, take 100 beats. Anytime you're strolling on social media and you see something negative, just note that it might be artificial intelligence, and do ask those questions. If I provided value, if you trust me, if you think I'm authentic, if I don't cause nightmares on my thumbnails, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Smash it!